Hey students, I'm going to see you shortly in class, but I wanted to give a short video in case you wanted to see a little bit about me and know a little bit about the class. I'm going to share my screen for our Canvas course. This is for the Math 103. And this video will actually be right where it says intro very shortly, so don't think it's always going to look like that. I tried to keep the homepage pretty quick. If you need to jump in for some outside of class office hours, I put a Zoom link here, put the link to the STEMLC, which is the main site for tutoring, get started button, as well as some resource and applets. As you move through, if you've ever done Canvas before, I put some introduction pieces here. I think they're going to be very helpful for you as you kind of get started in the course. At any time, you can click back on the module and kind of see exactly what's coming up for you here. If you're somewhat new to Canvas, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about this beautiful button at the top that says Collapse All. And that makes it a little bit, everything looks very small at that stage. So what you do is you just click on one of them with a little down arrow, and then you can work your way through the modules. I've got them set up in module form, so you can just kind of click through, and when you're done, you click the next button. So here's an example. We take a look. You can read over this. I've tried to give some pretty good examples of what we're going to be doing in this course with data and how to analyze things. I'm going to scroll to the bottom and say, okay, so now once you read through the page, click next. It takes you to the next portion. You can kind of just work your way through. I've included a survey. I'd like to get to know my students. I think that's very helpful, as you probably don't know me that well, and I don't know you. And the more we get to know each other, the easier it's going to be. There are 3 parts of this, so when you finish each part, just click the next button. And once you do all 3, you're good to go. Click next when you're done with all 3 of those. I've got some tips here for using online success. Again, a lot of things happen online now. So if you're new to online, using Canvas, anything like that, I've put some resources here for you, as well as a video about the STEM Learning Centers. There's a quick quiz about the STEM Learning Centers, how to change your notifications. So again, some pretty basic information about kind of how Canvas works. I'm going to go ahead and click on modules. Take me back there. So what I'm going to ask you to do is we're going to try to work through these as well during class tomorrow, which is the 23rd. And so we'll kind of work our way through the first couple modules, probably up through module 3, and then we're going to see what is Course Kata. And Course Kata is the technology we're using to learn statistics. And then there'll be a few more pieces along the way there before we really get into modeling with statistics. Okay. And we're going to be using a technology called R. And fortunately, this course Kata does not require us to go externally. We'll actually be able to do statistics with R inside of Canvas using these links. So that's the goal for this term, is to really provide you with tools. And by the way, it's called a programming language, but the language of R is something, if you can learn even basics with it, you can add that to your resume. And I'm telling you, people are looking to hire folks who have some knowledge of how to handle data. And so this is going to be hopefully a great course for everyone. A couple other quick pieces if you're somewhat new. I have put the syllabus out here as well. The syllabus is available on the syllabus page. You can click on it. It will open it up right there on the page if you'd like, or you can minimize and read it later. I put a few pieces I think are very helpful for all students, as well as a link to the STEMLC and the student support guide. As we add due dates for all these pieces, they'll show up on the calendar, but I want to make sure I talk with you first. So I have a few things that are due the first week. That's required in order to make sure that you're in the class and you're not a fraudulent student. There's been a lot of fraud with COVID, people creating fake accounts so that they can get financial aid money and then they never show up. So we have to just make sure, hey, you're actual real, you're here to take the class. So I'm really looking forward to that on the 23rd. For now, if you want to kind of get a jump on it, feel free to work through the first few modules. Again, probably module 0, 1, and 2 would be just fine if you wanted to kind of get a little jump on it, okay? I look forward to meeting you all very shortly, and I'm excited about this class. Have a great rest of your evening, great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Tuesday.